Hello everybody, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Thank you for clicking on this video. So what we're doing here today is a new style of video that I've been wanting to do for a while. I just couldn't get exactly the topic I wanted to do first, but now I have a whole bunch of them, and I enjoyed making this video. But this is just like a classic YouTube style, gameplay commentary. I have some cool gameplay in the background, and I'm going to sit here and talk about a topic. So, yeah, that's really all there is to it. I hope you enjoy. If you do, like, subscribe, comment, all that down below. Only takes a second, helps a ton. But without further ado, let's jump into our topic of today. The topic I want to talk about today is something I've been going through for the last month or so. And it's an interesting phenomenon I found, and I finally figured out a way to balance it. So I want to talk about the idea of slowing down. So for me, there was this moment where finally the switch flipped in my brain, and in just a moment I got it. I understood. I needed to do more. I needed to work harder. I needed to move faster. I needed to accomplish more to build a platform for myself to build a life upon. And that's a really good switch. I think that switch happens in a lot of people at a certain point. Some sooner, some later, some never, but for me it happened. And once that sets in, and after you're trying for a period of time, every single day you're trying your best to get better, and you're making big strides, and you're making big changes and big progress every day. At least for me, this feeling set in after, I don't know, probably 3 weeks, where it was just I don't know. It's like that feeling of being really late for a really super important event. You had somewhere to be 30 minutes ago, and it was really important that you were there, kind of feeling. And you feel the pressure that you need to do more and try harder, and then because of that, you're pushing more and trying harder, and I believe it just gets to a point where you're just you're too scattered. You're trying to do too many things. You're trying to accomplish too much. Your mind is trying to think and plan and fix and handle so many things at once that you end up not being able to do any of it, because you're just caught in this overstimulation paralysis. And if you don't get it in check, it starts to bleed into every area of your life. It starts to bleed into your sleep, starts to bleed into the things you do, it starts to bleed into the way you think, everything. And at that point, trying to be productive has now become the bottleneck of productivity. I found to combat this, you have to slow down. You really just gotta slow down. And what I mean by that is not do less. That's not what I mean. I mean in your mind, you have to slow down. You have to handle things one task at a time, one idea at a time, one plan at a time. But more important than that, it's one step at a time. You have to focus on what you're doing now. And through that process, you have to rest and recover. You can't just go all the time. And if you are gonna go all the time, you have to pick. It's not really a choice. Your body can go for a lot longer than your mind can. Your mind and your brain, your soul, they need rest. You need to heal your spirit. You need to take the time to deal with your mental, get everything in line. Because I believe when you get to that point where you're too scattered, you really do hit that overproductivity paralysis, and you're just not able to accomplish the things that you need to. So basically, all I want to say here is that if you are like me, or if you are me listening to this video in the future, which is very likely, You need to just remember to slow down. Find some time every single day. It doesn't need to be like a huge amount of time. Just like an hour, 30 minutes before bed, something like that, you know? Like 30 minutes before bed, 30 minutes in the morning. Just find whatever time works best for you. And during that time, set it all aside. It's gonna take practice to get to. I still can't do it very well, but I'm practicing it every day and I can feel myself getting better about it. You have to find time and the ability to set everything aside. All the worries, all the plans, all the goals, all of it. You got to set it all aside. Even the good stuff. All thoughts, you have to set them aside, even just for a little bit of time. And rest. Because once you rest and you take care of your spirit, you will regain that wind in your sails, that wish to fight. Eventually, as you practice this, I'm not there yet, but I believe at a certain point, as I continue down this path, it will become my first nature to just be, not to worry or plan. I think planning is important, and worrying is occasionally important because it leads towards preventative action. But you can't live your whole life as some big plan. You have to enjoy the plan you're doing right now, you know? If you're always thinking about the next plan, then you're not putting 100% into the plan you're doing at this moment. So I just highly recommend you take whatever your goal is, and then you break it down into a plan. And then you take that plan and you break it down into steps. And you really just practice on focusing on one step at a time. Put your all into it, your best. Do the best you possibly can at every single step of your plan. And I believe eventually, through that progress, I'll find a way out. What I mean by find a way out is the perpetual suffering of humanity. I wrote this quote down the other day that I thought was real funny. Is that nothing in life is a curse except the pursuit of money and having to piss. I think that's very, very, very true. Thing is I can't speak for anyone but myself, but my general goal is I'm hoping to build comfort. And to build comfort, you need a home. And the only way to build a home is one break at a time. The only way to complete a plan is one step at a time. The only way to build your life is one choice at a time. That's really all I'm here to say. And you can make all the right choices and be trying as hard as you want and as hard as you can every single second of the day. And I believe that will create less productivity than slowing down, focusing on yourself, what you're doing right then, and what your body and soul needs to continue achieving your goals. That's pretty much the concept of slow down that I wanted to talk about. So, that's gonna do it for this video. That's pretty much all I have prepared on this topic. It's not a super well-rounded thought, but it's something I've been, going around with for a couple days now. Been writing it down a couple of times, and I thought it'd be a good topic to start off my my gameplay commentary series here. I'm gonna try to think of a cooler name for it, but this is something I've wanted to do for a long time, and I finally just decided to do it. So I hope you enjoy. I hope you got some level of enjoyment or advice or even just comfort out of this video. That's really what it's all about. It also helps me work through my thoughts and actually, find some nice even ground. But thanks for watching. I love you guys. If you have any comments you want me to think and prepare and talk about in a future one of these videos, just drop it down below in the comments. I'm at the point where I need lots of video ideas. I'll take them. Even though I have like pages and pages of videos to make, I just have to do it. So that's what we're doing here. But that's enough rambling from me. Thank you for watching. I love you guys. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace out, y'all. Make sure you stay happy, stay healthy, and stay hydrated. Until next time, my friends.